Everybody, David here. Well, if you're like me, you just got the news that President Donald Trump has COVID-19 and his wife. Okay, of course, we're going to be praying for them, but I need to talk about a few things. I need to lay it on the table that it seems like not many people are talking about. Okay, number one is that do you find it a little unusual that about a month before an election, well, Donald Trump would go all this time without contracting COVID-19, but all of a sudden, 1 month before the election, he gets it. Do you find it unusual? It came through someone that was close to him, someone that was on the plane, a young woman, Hope Hicks, and I'm not going to come against Hope Hicks or get into Hope Hicks, but could the COVID-19 virus, could that be a plant? Could it be intentionally induced? And this is the question, and this is why I'm bringing this up. You see, you have two teams playing. One team plays dirty. I think another team plays to win, but they're playing for an ultimate goal of the highest office, and I'm going to say it, of the world, because whoever is president of the United States basically dictates the world, okay? This is critical. We are not in normal times, folks. You know, Scripture says in these last days that men will be, and women will be lovers of themselves. They'll go to any extent to do what they think is right, okay? Now, the key here is what they think is right. God says that he's going to send people a strong delusion, which means they'll be so confused. They'll think that good is bad and bad is good. This is exactly what's happening now. If you look at the past with the impeachment and with things like this, that people have come against Trump, I'm not going to even get into politics. I don't need to. I'm going to get into logic, and I'm going to get into right and wrong, and I'm going to get into, hey, let's be honest about this thing. I think something stinks. COVID-19 30 days before the election, I'm sorry, but it just seems a little unusual to me. You've got one team, I said, that plays dirty. Now, is it above them to induce something? You've got another team that plays win. To win. I'm not going to say they never play dirty. I'm just going to say that it's a force driving to win. The other team looks and goes, wait a minute, I don't want this team to win, so I got to do whatever I got to do. And I find this to be very strange, okay? Now, here's the thing. No matter what, God has this election. We don't need to worry. We need to pray, but do not worry. Understand that no matter what the enemy does, God has this election. Now, it may not be the way we want it to turn out, but believe me, it's the way that God has it, and it's the way it will be. But we need to pray. We need to pray right now. We need to pray for immediate healing. We need to pray for clarity. We need to pray that God will lead us into a place that we can respond to this in the way that we really need to respond, not out of so much anger, not out of fear, and not out of confusion, all right? You see, in these last days, we're living in perilous times. These are not normal times, folks, and it's going to get even more bizarre. And I talked about this for years, and it's coming to be right now. Many of us have talked about this. You've talked about this. We've got to understand this is not normal times. This is very unusual times. And I find it unusual that all of a sudden, 30 days before the election, that President Trump contracts COVID-19 when all this time before, no. You know, there's a couple of good things that come out of it. I watched the debate, okay, and I'm sure you did too. Oh boy. Interruptions going back and forth. Now, if they do the debate, and if they continue with it, which I think they will, they could put President Trump into isolation. He could have his platform by himself in isolation. Joe Biden would have his platform. But the one thing that wouldn't happen is interruption. And why could this be good? Because I noticed with Joe Biden that if you leave him alone and let him keep talking, strange things happen. He'll get off in la la land, and you go, what? What's he talking about? If President Trump is not allowed to interrupt him, maybe he will go off in la la land. Who knows? But you see, God has a way of orchestrating things that are so amazing that we don't really understand it. So this could be one of the good things come out of it. Of course, you have to understand that there could be a few not good things come out of it, but that's not good according to us. That's not according to God. To God, he takes everything and makes it for his good because, look, we know the end of the story and we know who wins, you and I, because we're on God's side. Okay, I just wanted to make this video this morning and share these things with you. God bless you. Love you.